Live Monday, 3 o'clock East. Where else would you rather be? Well, probably watching France, Egypt in your basement. But look, you can do that alongside with us because Brad, I'm sure, has a play that could last you the entire 90 plus minutes of this game. That's Brad Thomas, Eric Lindquist. I'm Eytan Shander. GoldBoys, OddsShopper, the gold standard. Straights in the house. We got a lot of stuff going on, fellas. Absolutely a lot of stuff going on. So I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Yeah, I'm really excited for this game. It would be an ideal championship to have France and Spain in there. They're far and away the two best teams, and I have Spain, a Spain future, which would be really sick too. So
that's pretty sick. I have absolutely no action whatsoever on this. I'm going to enjoy it as a sports spectator, which is always a weird thing to do as somebody who bets on most everything that I watch. But it is definitely for me going to be an entertaining game. But I was just trying to react to some news that, again, last night, it's just one of those things where you think you're going to be on the right side of it. It's like, he's been batting seventh a lot against righties, but the power metrics are really good. And I know the wind's blowing in at Wrigley, and I know all this other stuff, but Matt Wallner is batting cleanup today. And apparently that's going to be what matters the most in my life today.
yeah, it's funny. I already have a bet in that game too. So when you said that, I got really excited.
Are you on the over or where are you at?
I'm on. Well, I didn't want to give it away, but I guess I'll say I'm on Hendricks, 6+ hits allowed.
Let's go. Well, hopefully one of them. We need one to Matt Wallner. That is all that I ask from God himself. One-time dealer.
That can coexist by all means.
Correlation station.
Do you have? So we've got a show beforehand, but I'm just curious. Before we look at what's going on, we'll give you our top plays. Sorry. I got excited. First corner of the game. Oh. Do you have a live corners play? Should we know something about that here?
France -1.5 first half corners. Biggest bet of the day.
Nice. Nothing like laying 1.5 corners for a bet. That's great. Now, I can't say anything because I'm going to hit you with this ridiculous system that for some reason, I don't know why I'm giving it away to the public, Eric Lindquist, but I feel like I kind of have to because here's why. Because Eric he won't bet it anymore. Like he is smart, Brad, and I'm
so over this market. If you send me another one of these winning screenshots of absolute buffoonery, because you're not sending me any of the losing screenshots when you're doing this.
Wait a second.
You're becoming like the epitome of gambling Twitter, and it's just between me and you, and that's the annoying part is I have to deal with this. I have to live knowing full well that I'm missing out every single time you go insane on these things, but you don't just no, stop it. Stop this market.
Do I need to send you now my deposit and withdrawals to show you?
I need to see your picket. I need to see your chart.
You can actually just send me the money.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. Yesterday.
Show me the money. Show me the money.
All right. So I can show you a screenshot that has on the top is Bryce Harper, 4th plate appearance. And then in between is a Kyle Schwarber first plate appearance walk, and then below that is the one that hit, right? So, yeah, and it's only the Phillies, I bet, and it's usually only Schwarber, but I had a home run play on Harper anyway on DK yesterday, so I figured, all right, well, that was the at-bat, the 4th at-bat to do it, put a little sprinkle on it. But anyway, I'll go through the process coming up. But there was something, see, I don't even know where I was going, totally derailed on that. I was going to bring something up regarding another betting fiasco here, but that's fine. We'll get back to that. We've got our top plays here. If you're watching on the GoldBoys channel, on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Want you to subscribe here and follow along on Twitter on the OddsShopper channel if you're watching there. So with that said, I'm sure it'll come back to me. It's just stuff pops in, stuff pops out by all means. Let's look at what we have here. Top plays. Oh, now remember. Are you betting? Now, we have Wednesday to talk about it, but I'm just curious, either one of you, or maybe both of you. There are 2 football games on Thursday. Either one of those games going to make your cards?
No.
No.
Unless there's some significant news, and I highly doubt that I'll be able to get the information out in time to make people money on a show.
What would be significant news, right? Like a starting quarterback out. We just saw that. That didn't matter.
No, I don't know off the top of my head, but
Like,
I just don't
I'm
want
just
to. I don't
curious.
want to rule it out. If I rule it out entirely, something crazy happens, and I'm like, all right, well, I have a good angle. Boom, I got to take it. Brad, you're a liar. You said you weren't doing anything. So
No. But here's the thing. I'm not pushing back. I would love to just explore this. Like, what would be catastrophic news in preseason, right? Like 3 of your top 5 offensive linemen out in any regular season game. Like, oh my God, attack that. But like, would half the team catching COVID, I guess, be that?
yeah, like something like that, or I don't know what crazy weather, like last minute weather change, something along those lines.
Okay. Week 1, Carolina, New England, Detroit, New York. That's the Giants, New York. Jets, maybe it's a little different story there. I can't wait to not watch either one of these games. Just curious. Just curious. I mean, we may put something on there, maybe the under or what have you, but that's fine. All right, let's look at what we have.
That'll be a choice in the moment. A choice in the
I think
moment,
so.
if you will.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Look at this. Alvin Taylor. Did y'all see Lindor hit in the 5th inning yesterday? Was that not a double? He went to second base. They said it was a single.
How about the home run that he hit that got taken off the board because it was like they thought it was foul, but I don't think it was foul watching the replay. That was extremely tilting.
I was really mad because I had Mets. And I was like, oh, cool. They just tied it up. The total base thing was interesting,
but they didn't.
right? Because
no, they took it off the board.
I don't think anybody who was watching the broadcast genuinely knew what happened with that Lindor double, right? Because the camera angle was terrible. They never showed him, and so you're just like up to the scorekeeper's like discretion, which was really tough.
So last night before the game, I still had this Lindor MVP ticket at 21-1 that had dipped basically in half, right? Like it was like 12-1 or whatever it was going into the game last night. And I still had a cash out for the $50 ticket that I put down. So like FanDuel was giving me a full-on cash out coming into last night. Now, granted, you can look at the Ohtani odds. What are they, like minus 800 or something? Like minus infinity? So I guess there's the case that he gets hurt, Ohtani, and then Harper doesn't do much, and Lindor carries the Mets, what have you. It's down now to $28.73. But what I'm amazed at is that I can still cash out for more than half of the price. Like, what are they waiting on to just remove the cash out entirely? Like, Ohtani is minus 1450 to win this thing. Lindor's now 24-1. Like, why are they even offering me a cash out is my point here.
I don't know. That's weird. It would take you would need a lot to happen for that ticket to come through, in my opinion.
I'm going to cash it out just for spite, just to spite and just say, you idiots, you should maybe that's it. Like maybe, you know what? Maybe they're running that little mental game on me. Here I am playing checkers and they're playing chess like, haha, that idiot took the cash. But
it could be a psychological thing too, right? Like, I don't know if books think this in this big of a perspective, but you start offering cash outs more and more often, people are more likely to cash out in situations where they shouldn't, which is kind of just the psychology of it.
Wags wants me to hold.
I don't ever cash out.
We could do an entire 30 for 30 ESPN segment or something else. Oh, what happened?
It didn't go on the corner.
We're looking for corners. We need corners. We're looking for corners. But yeah, we could do an entire 30 for 30 breaking down the ins and outs of how insane it is to click the cash out button. You're almost always better, like 99% of the time better, just betting the other side, not clicking the cash out button and just betting the other side, which I find to be very hilarious. But it is no doubt in my mind something where they're taking advantage of fear. Like it's a fear-based thing. And you either have the account and the bandwidth to withstand knowing that you missed out on, a substantial amount of money, or you are not. Like for me, it'd be okay if, something that I bet $10 on to win 50K didn't hit. I don't think that that's the case for a lot of people where, they want to click the cash out button for $5-6 grand and they get scared. So always tell yourself like, all right, there are ways of hedging. We could have that conversation too, where you can find ways to get money down, but clicking the cash out button specifically, probably the most negative EV thing you can do.
No, I understand that. And I think that everything has circumstances attached to it and everything has some sort of anomaly next to it. And I guess while the return $28.73 on a $50 bet for where I am now is probably minus EV, Eric, and I would agree with you on that. There is absolutely zero fucking way in hell that Francisco Lindor wins the MVP. Let's be honest there. Like, this isn't a bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, there is.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
Ohtani gets hit by a pitch on the hand today, just like Mookie
He's-
Betts did, breaks his hand, and then doesn't play for a month plus. Like
but
that's
you
your
still
path.
have Harper and Marte ahead of him.
Harper and Marte have no chance next to Lindor at the moment. No way.
Not according to odds.
Like Ketel
So
Marte, I guess he had a pretty great weekend where he's hitting over a 900
that's
OPS
all.
and he's starting
That's
to just
all.
rise. But
No,
it's
it
still
makes no
hard to
sense.
look at Marte and the Diamondbacks as opposed to what the Mets have done. They have Grimace on their side. You can't bet against Grimace.
I want my money back.
I didn't even
Fuck
know what
that.
Grimace was until like 2 weeks after that Mets fiasco. But anyway,
If
whatever.
Lindor wins the MVP, I just cashed out. If Lindor wins the MVP, I'm going to be beside myself. So it's not going to happen. Now
Good
you
job.
know or
Doing-
Ohtani's destined to get hurt right now. All right, let's bounce around. Let's see what we have here. Eric, why don't you go first since Brad is locked into these corners right now? It gives him a time to kind of regroup.
Yeah, I'm happy to, and I'll keep it pretty brief too. I know that sometimes I get long-winded and I get made fun of by you, but
We
it's
love
kind of
the
my job to
long-winded.
break things
That's
down and to be
data.
intricate. So I try to do the best I possibly can. But live odds here on the Houston Astros. I don't understand what I woke up to, but I woke up to probably no joke, a dozen messages. What am I missing? Why are we getting reverse line moving against us? Relax. Sometimes in baseball, it's as simple as like a home dog just stands out and it's Houston and it's Texas. But I don't think people understand how bad Texas has been against right-handed pitching this year. 89 WRC plus. They just got Josh Young back. No doubt about that. That's improvement for them compared to what they've had in the back half of those lineups. Adolis Garcia is due for positive regression. You're going to get the A team rolled out for Texas today, looking more like the World Series version of their lineup. But this is Hunter Brown versus Andrew Heaney. And I just don't understand how that alone, I mean, you could look in the first five market if you really wanted to, and you were feeling a little trepidatious about this number, but Houston was able to have 6 innings out of Arrighetti yesterday. They have a fully rested bullpen, and I like their bullpen a lot more than I like Texas's bullpen. They can play the platoon game. They can do a number of different matchup-based things where I don't understand why we're getting Houston now at minus 105 over at BetMGM, but good Lord almighty, am I going to be betting it again?
I love it.
I like that.
Yeah, you hit me up on that last night. I jumped on that right away.
Yep. And then it went against us, so my apologies, but here we are.
That's fine. Look at the NBA. How many times have you worked something that's gone against you, and it's like
But that's always
line
injury
movement.
based, and like for me, that's more concrete than this, where the batters, the staging. Like there's only positive things that, like for basketball, when you're reacting to injury news, like there can be real large line movements. It's like for me, 20 cents for this isn't like egregious by any means, but I get why the money is coming in there. You have that big plus money sign going up against Houston. Houston been a team that's been struggling at the plate coming off of a 1-0 baseball game. So it's a little bit of recency bias baked into this, but I every time I simulate this game, it's Houston winning right around 58, 59% of the time. And that is an auto bet for me when you're starting to talk about like even money propositions, minus 105 being like a 52% implied probability. I mean, that's a 7% disparity. There's nothing but positive things that can come out of that. That's all.
Let's roll. Houston, number 1 up there on the big board. And Brad, you want to go next? Let's go.
You go.
Okay. Let me find this here. For me, just want to make sure I can see too. I think, yeah, let's start baseball. Let's stay baseball too. Shit. I got all these new servers now. The DMs are moving and everything. I'm going to start. Look, this is a bad baseball game, I think, on the surface. And that nobody really is rushing to the TV to watch Oakland or Chicago tonight. And I don't blame them by any means. But I think looking at where these two teams are, the Chicago White Sox, like if there is, this is tanking. I mean, this is like the 10-win 76ers mode for Chicago. I don't know if I've seen it this bad, or either of you guys, as much as you've watched baseball individually, collectively, what have you. And it's just the mentality of it right now. And again, I still think you have life with Oakland. God knows what's even going on tonight, right? From a pitching standpoint with Chicago. JP Sears is not going to be mistaken for Paul Skeens anytime soon, but I like Oakland coming. Here's the thing, too. I know Oakland can score. I know even when they lose in rough games in the past, they can put up runs. I'll lay the 1.5 at home for plus money with the A's and take them. You still have guys who did not get moved. Rooker's still here. So I'll take what I can with Oakland at minus 1.5 on the run line against a team that probably shouldn't be playing professional baseball tonight.
Nice. I think I tailed you on that one. I'm going to the the Twins Cubs game, and I'm taking Kyle Hendricks 6+ hits allowed.
Love that.
Against the Twins, plus 176. Twins, first and foremost, like it's great that we have the Twins coming in here with absolutely scorching hot bats, but Kyle Hendricks has not been good, right? He's allowing the highest batting average percentage of his career, gets hit around a lot. He's one of those guys too, who will get you length despite giving up 5-4 hits. I think we get a little bit added boost, like I said, with the Minnesota Twins. Wind's not blowing out there. So I don't think we're going to see like a ton of home runs. I think it's blowing at 11 miles per hour, but I still think he gets hit up a lot in this game.
I love that, man. This is another game too that I was looking at just from a side total standpoint, Ian, and just, I mean, my God, the Cubs with Hendricks, and you've got what, Festa on the other side, this young kid,
Fiesta,
right? Yeah, he's
Festa
throwing hard,
Fiesta.
man.
Dude, he sucks. He is terrible, but Kyle Hendricks is worse. I'm with you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, as up and down, like, here's the thing. I'm not disagreeing with you. Festa so far is not great, but it's a smaller sample size. It's what, 4 games, right? It's 5 games total this year. We know what Kyle Hendricks is, and that's what Brad laid out. No shot.
They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. That is
real quick. This is my fault, Eric. Let's jump in, James. Let's remind the world. Brad has a message for everybody out there on how you can be a part of GoldBoys and do everything here. Really be part of this massive community that Brad and a bunch of other smart people are a part of here. The GoldBoys are one of the largest, well-known sports betting communities on the planet with a Discord to match. We're going to show you how easy it is to get 1 month free of GoldBoys.com just for signing up at BetMGM using code GoldBoys. Sign up at MGM with code GoldBoys, deposit a minimum of $10, and get your first bet back at BetMGM up to $1,500. After signing up at BetMGM, send a screenshot of you using code GoldBoys to promohelp@goldboys.com to get your first month free. 21 or older, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, we're back here. We're back. Mike Francesa, we're back. So let's look at this here. We already have on the big board, Eric jumped in. Brad jumped in. Jeez, Kyle Hendricks 6+ on the hits allowed. Now it's your turn, right?
Yeah.
Or did we, is this order right, or am I messed up? We take one commercial break and I have no idea what's going on.
You're just fine. Let me just talk and I'll do things. It's your first time with the English language. You're fine. We've got Philadelphia Education will do it for you. Matt Wallner, everybody. Matt Wallner, over 0.5 total bases, over 1.5 total bases, either or. Looking across the marketplace, anything better than plus 165 it was over on FanDuel before it got ripped down as it got he's upgraded. It was something I talked about last night on Lindy's Lanes, Likes, and Locks, where I was pretty confident that Matt Wallner with these underlying metrics was going to get upgraded to batting 3rd or 4th today. I saw no way around it, and surely enough, he's batting cleanup here for the Minnesota Twins. You've got a day off for Byron Buxton. He ended up getting hurt at the wall, and it was almost like the lines just got introduced as though Matt Wallner was going to be batting 7th or 8th. It made no sense to me, some of the value we were getting early in the morning on this, and minus 135 to get any hit. Yeah, the wind's blowing in 8 to 10 in Wrigley Field, but Matt Wallner gets Kyle Hendricks, all the things that you just heard Bradley over there talk about. It is a phenomenal spot there. And then to add to it, I like the 1.5 total bases. I'm going to look at the home run numbers here too. I probably missed the boat on that, so I got ripped down to plus 420 from plus 500 just a second ago. But Matt Wallner has almost a 400 expected ISO in AAA ball against right-handed pitching this season. It is still meteorically high here at big leagues, the big league level. 273 expected ISO. He had a 39.5% K rate against righties, which is why he got demoted back down to AAA in the middle of the season. But he's worked through some of those issues, a lower strike rate in AAA, and now he gets to face a bad right-handed pitcher. I don't see how this isn't one of the best plays that we've had in baseball in a couple of weeks.
Do I smell a Matt Wallner 3+ total bag play? Is that what you're telling me to do here?
I just wanted you to bet anything, all the things. I ended up getting some action over on Underdog, on Prize Picks. Again, them giving you like a 50-50 proposition on the more or less on 0.5 total bases for Matt Wallner now batting cleanup is just phenomenal. You can't ask for a whole lot better than that. So I'm in a better mood than I was before, considering I've been working since about 6 a.m. And I'll be working till about 7 p.m. tonight. So we are going to be rocking here. It is all baseball. It is all betting. And boy, am I excited about Matt Wallner. If he doesn't get a hit, God rest my soul.
Are you trying to out hustle two people that are probably working as much as you today? I mean,
no, nobody works harder. No, actually, that's very arrogant and ridiculous to say. I'm watching sports. I'm betting on sports. My life is pretty
well, no, I wasn't insinuating that any of us are doing anything as far as splitting the atom.
Brad works harder than either of us. Let's be dead serious.
Brad, I don't know, man. I got to drive to Philadelphia, downtown Philly tonight at 11 o'clock at night, man. It's
okay. Well,
that's a half-hour trip. All right. Brad's not driving. Brad's not driving from Pensacola to Stanford.
Oh. Whatever.
Yeah, that's a couple days.
What's all right? So we got Hendricks 6+ hits allowed. Matt, everything for Matt Wallner. I am just curious though, real quick, if you could indulge me. I am curious to see what his 5+ total bases would be. Right. I mean,
is it going to be quad digits? Are we going to run into like plus 1,100 or something? 5 total bases.
So here's what you could do. If you really wanted to, you could get egregious and, dare I say, ignorant.
Matt do both of those things on the daily.
Absolutely. Matt Wallner plus 850 for 5+ total bags. He's also plus 600 for 2+ RBI. This is a plus 1221 same game.
I like the RBI one a lot more. I did send over a Prize Pick slip, which was kind of intertwining what Bradley was talking about there, going up against Kyle Hendricks with the 6.5. You're able to adjust that over on Prize Picks. But the nice part about pick'em sites that you don't always get an opportunity, or if you do and you put it in the single game parlay section over on FanDuel or something, they vig it to the absolute moon on you. But you get true correlation on a lot of these pick'em sites where I took the 6.5 total hits, and then I just correlated it 2 through 4 with kind of the story you're trying to tell with Matt Wallner, and was able to get 1.5 total bags for him, in addition to Royce Lewis just over on fantasy points. He's smack dab between him and Trevor Larnach. With Byron Buxton out, there's still a chance that we get Manuel Margot, who will pinch hit here in a spot. Austin Martin's the other righty who's in this lineup, so there's still a chance, but I believe the Cubbies don't have a lefty available out of the pen today. Let me double check that fact, which makes it far more likely that you get Larnach and Wallner that are going to be in there no matter what in any pitching spot, just because all of it will be righties coming in. You've got, Drew Smiley pitched the 16th. He pitched 16 pitches on Friday, 15 on Saturday. He had the day off yesterday, so I suppose they could bring in Drew Smiley. But that's the only lefty that they have in the pen right now for the Chicago Cubs, which is a big deal.
Yeah, you're also not going to be able to get 5+ elsewhere. So that's the trade-off there. All right.
Yep.
Well, now we have it. Wallner does everything, or
I'm done talking for the day. I'm very
or he
excited
may do
about these
nothing.
things.
We
I'm very,
don't
very
know.
excited. Oh, and yeah, my
There's the
last
prize
play there, Hunter
picture.
Brown less than 2.5 earned runs. We've talked about the Houston Astros and how much I like them, and Hunter Brown's the reason why. 89 WRC plus for the Texas Rangers against right-handed pitching. Now I am done talking.
I feel like we should save the flying money for when those things hit, right? Like, is that not being a little presumptuous, Eric?
I think it's just we think they're gonna all hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I'm just
here's
making
the
sure.
thing. I'm just glad that we didn't do a show Wednesday where I hadn't looked at the Olympic board as much, but I ended up on 13-1 John Rahm. So like at least that's the money leaving my account from John Rahm or my expected ROI dollars entering that back 9 yesterday. Good God almighty.
Well, I didn't bring up golf because I played 4 outrights, and 2 of them were Tommy Fleetwood and Hideki Matsuyama. Yeah. I should have played Hideki Matsui, had a better shot at that. What the hell?
Fleetwood is oh my God, there's something in his brain where he's like, I can win. No, I can't.
No.
And it's only when he's up against PGA guys. If there's a PGA guy in the rankings, he's like, oh no, I'm screwed. I didn't play it outright. It felt great. I backdoored Corey Connors top 10. That was amazing because with 3 holes to play from most of the field, he was T11. I was at church, so I had no idea what happened. I get a text that said we just backdoored Corey Connors top 10. I was like, oh, let's go.
Dude, you've had a great run here. I was going through your betting stuff that you posted over on X. Thought that was obviously a really good run here. A lot of top 5, top 10, top 20 dubs in your category there. Group winner, 3-ball winner. Again, the win percentage there. 73.5 units there on outright winners. That is a fun little run, my friend.
Yeah, it's been sick. It's cool because I don't place a lot of bets, so like I'm not like 10 guys deep on a card. So It's really nice when those are coming through and you have 3 guys, maybe 4.
Thank you for your service, by the way, in that regard. The people who bet 10 guys and then brag when they hit one out of every 5 weeks, 6 weeks is my least favorite part of gambling Twitter.
We always do every week on the OddsShopper Discord. We always do 4. And I'll see, every now and again, somebody will pop in, right, and be like, oh, I hit this thing. And they'll show like their card and it's like 15 outrights. And I'm like, you didn't even profit. You just hit because, you hit Xander Schauffele, you hit Scotty Scheffler, right? Like, but you played 10 other guys at the same unit price who were 55, 60, 75 to 1. So it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. All right, let's keep it moving here. Where are we on the big board? Are we back to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So second play here, and then I'll hit you with the Schwarber stuff before we get out of here. Second play for me, I think we're still in baseball, and a lot of it has already been said, I think, right? Like, I think we've actually covered this Twins game, but that's my second play is Minnesota -1. Now, this was at +102. I think it's dipped to even money. It actually might be below that right now. But that was the play, was just taking the Twins -1 here in this game. I think, Eric, you laid out a bunch as far as just the matchups and where we are. There's also, as you mentioned, too, what we're looking at here with Kyle Hendricks. I mean, my God, he is just as inconsistent as it gets. If you like FIP, he's got a 5.37. That's a Lindquist stat right there. FIP. Right? FIP, FIP.
XFIP is more of my speed.
But but you got to bring people in first, then you hit them with the XFIP. First,
it depends. Is FIP and XFIP fielding independent? They both have their time and place. I would agree.
Sure. Oh, no. I'm not knocking the stat. I am pro. Like baseball, I feel like baseball with analytics and data, it's the easiest way to make up not watching and understanding what's going on. But anyway, FIP.
There's a lot of people I know who bet baseball very successfully. I'd say I'm lucky because I probably. This might be he's one of the best baseball bettors of all time for sure. My buddy Chris, there's no question in my mind. He's played professional poker forever and ever and ever. And I'll just drop him notes. I mean, the guy's definitely an insane person, but there is no doubt he does not watch baseball. And he's the best baseball bettor I know.
That helps. It does help.
That helps a
I
lot.
maintain it.
Your bias doesn't come in. You just bet
It's
numbers.
amazing, right?
He bets numbers and he bets barometric pressure. He was one of those guys early on, dew points and doing the insane things in that regard, and just bet totals. He's just almost exclusively totals. And I have tried to pick his brain so many times about so many things, and he's just recently helped me flip the switch on totals, because I'll be dead serious. I wasn't profitable in totals for the first 3 years of like seriously betting baseball. And I've worked really, really hard to figure out why it is that there are so many sharp MLB sports bettors that would talk about it being the most beatable market, and I couldn't beat it. I'm like, I must suck. So yeah, he's insane. But there's yeah, it's what it is what it is. I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm an insane person.
All good, all good. All right, so the Twins -1. Not a lot here to add to the conversation. It's all really folded in from earlier, with one of many in Wallner who should take advantage of this, and then Brad. We already jumped on Kyle Hendricks, so I think it all adds up. And this is one that I played earlier in the day here at -1. Again, trying to get ahead of that. So I'll take the push and play, but I don't even think we need it. I don't think either one of you think we need it either. All right. So you want to move on? There we go. Look at that. 6 beautiful plays to fill that board. I like it. I like it. How's your corner bet doing right now?
Tied right now.
He is so invested. I love it.
I know.
He's locked in. I've never seen him more locked in, Brad Thomas.
I have to monitor it because I want to see if we have anything available for second half. And it's funny because France, like, we could be up or we could be down in the corner account. Like, that's how the game's going. Like, France had some unlucky breaks and Egypt had some lucky breaks for us where they didn't get more corners. So it's pretty even right now. We have 15 minutes to get 2 more. But I think this ref's getting a little sick of Egypt just kind of falling on the ground. So
is that right? Okay.
We might get some extra time. I mean, it's going to be physical. France is a big-ass team, right? They're big and fast. You're going to have to play physical. Let me go with my third play.
Hold on. Real quick. We got more messages. That's my fault. That's my fault.
Okay.
More messages to let you know. Again, thumbs up, subscribe on the YouTube channel here for GoldBoys.com. OddsShopper as well. If you're following on Twitter at OddsShopper, one more here to get you on board. The GoldBoys are one of the largest, well-known sports betting communities on the planet, with a Discord to match. We're going to show you how easy it is to get 1 month free of GoldBoys.com.
Wait, before we get back to the picks, I wanted to thank you all for watching. Friends don't let friends watch videos without hitting the like button. So go ahead and press the thumbs up button and like the video. If you're new here and not subscribed, you should go ahead and do so, because we're dropping new content each and every day on the GoldBoys Network. We strive to cover every sport and give out picks and analysis and valuable information for free on the GoldBoys Network. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you can get notified when we drop something new. I'm Brad Thomas. Let's get back to the picks.
All right, let's see here. I'll give you $50. Do you know Eric? And you know what? Maybe he can rerun it, although I don't know. I don't know if you would cheat. I know you well enough to know that you're an honest. You play golf, like basically professional, so you're not a cheater in real life.
Nope. You know the people who are in golf immediately. Like,
immediately.
You find them. You know who they are.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Like, people say you drive how you live how you drive. You play golf how you live more than anything else. Truly. I think that reveals you as a human being more than anything else. Here was my question. Did you know the jersey that was behind Brad during that commercial we just ran?
Isn't it Juventus?
It had a V on it.
Oh, no, I didn't see the jersey. I didn't see him. I think that's Juventus behind him, though.
Yeah, it is Juventus behind me, but
yeah,
Juventus behind him. But the other one was a little bit more, dare I say, abstract, Brad?
Yeah, do you know what it is?
Oh, I have no freaking clue.
Oh,
but I was just going to put Eric on the.
If you show me the jersey, I have a good chance. I used to bet a lot of international soccer.
Okay,
it's not soccer.
Great. Is there a way we could get just like? Is there a way you could fast forward?
It's something else. It's a different sport. Ooh, here we go.
Wait, before we get back,
that's it. Freeze it.
Stop
Stop it.
Is that Vegas Golden Knights?
Don't let friends watch videos.
Yep, Vegas Golden Knights. Yeah.
Okay.
Eytan.
It was
Also
a trick
And I
fantastic
got in
producing,
Vegas.
right?
Straight was there. It's the
It
most
was a
expensive
trick.
jersey I think I've ever purchased.
For
And you
sure.
can't wear it in public because it has the pad straps and everything, but it's still so sick.
I was hoping you look at it and be like, Scottish Rangers, some ridiculous
You
shit.
got any more brain busters? How about
Oh, man.
Rizzuto?
Those are the best
Not fair. He's
riddles,
a
the easy
baseball
ones.
player.
All right, let's run it back here. Where are we on the final? It's Eric first.
Hunter Brown under 2.5 earned runs.
no, it's
Talked about
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah. I don't
ad
know.
nauseum here. I feel like we've talked about the two same baseball games in circles over and over. Rip us, because it's probably just going to mow us down here. But I'm definitely going to be going back to under 2.5 earned runs here for Hunter Brown. Just fire it up, friends. Fire it up.
Love it. Brad? No issue here. I'm with that game. I'm on that side. I think it makes sense. We're building same game parlays at this point. I love it.
I can go to my third pick now?
Yes, sir. Please do.
Oh man, because I wanted to talk about this one for a second. Like I swear I try my best to do everything based on data, but sometimes you just gotta get away from the data and go with, I don't even know what, I don't want to say go with your gut. That's stupid, but go with things that are probably going to happen. And I took Lydia Ko, top 10 in the Olympics. She's been up and down this season,
Mhm.
but she's going for the career trifecta. She has a silver medal, a bronze medal, going for the gold medal. She has probably what I would consider the most Olympic experience. For her to finish inside the top 10s plus 200, you know she's going to be the type of person, which this could very well be her last Olympics. I don't know if anybody's caught her interview, but she mentioned, they said, so if you don't get it this go around, are you going to give it one more try? And she goes, I don't even know if I'm going to be playing professional golf in 4 years. And she's kind of like living this Olympic experience as her last. So there's a lot of people, you know, you don't make money if you don't get a medal.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of people who kind of mail it in to end their Olympic golf trip if they're not going to be in the top 3, but she's not. She's playing for pride, playing for her last Olympics. And she's been proven a good ball striker, so she should pop pretty well here. I thought the price was pretty generous in our favor.
This is like the anti-Rory play where he's come out and been like, I couldn't give a shit about playing for Northern Ireland. And you're looking at it as like the last hurrah here and motivation. I like it.
I think we're going to get a little bit more fun weather for the women this week too. So that should be good.
Same course, right?
Same course. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like, I know but they have multiple like 9 or 18s in there, but it's the same exact 18 that we'll see. And Le Golf.
Lydia Ko, she's the shit.
She is. And at 2-1, it's a good number. I'm sure you can boost that, to be honest with you. There's probably a book or two that's offering you either an Olympics boost or even a golf boost like we've seen. So FanDuel, for example, does a lot of Olympic stuff.
Never mind. I was looking at the wrong thing. The weather's like absolutely perfect in Paris. So that'll be good.
Yeah,
that'll be good.
They've got the weather machine out there for the Olympics. Come on,
it's
man.
Like 82 and perfect every day right now in the summer. It's just insane.
You remember when New York City
went to there? We went there for 2 weeks in November. It was brisk, baby. It was brisk.
In November?
Yeah, like 2 November.
That's such a random time to go to France, isn't it?
It was beautiful. We drank a lot. It was lovely. Lots of chill.
Well, you would drink a lot in a log cabin in 20-degree weather. So I don't doubt that. Location. Except if it's November in France, apparently. Did you know, by the way, that oh boy, I gotta find this here. This is an amazing preseason. Dan Quinn is 1-10 in the preseason against the spread with a sub 500 overall record. Fade Washington as much as you possibly can this preseason. Let's come back and talk about that. Dan Quinn has no interest in winning preseason games. There are coaches out there who will let you know that, who will just let you by their game plan and execution. They don't give a shit. Not everybody's John Harbaugh. Let me tell you that. All right.
Who wants to win every preseason game?
Who just needs to, right? Like, it's so bizarre, this need to win these preseason games. I've been terrorizing, as you've heard, Brad, and have seen, actually. I have been terrorizing Eric Lindquist because he just won't. He's too smart of a bettor to bet this market. Yet for some reason, I have figured out this small little cheat code when it comes to betting this market specific to one man and one man only. And that's Kyle Schwarber. Or, of course, I'm just riding this ridiculous run of variance and it's going to run out at some point.
That,
But, you know,
the second one, the second part of what you said.
but the best part is like, I'm sending you texts ahead of time, right? 7 o'clock. This was the other day. Good evening, Kyle. That is all, right? Like, I'm just sending you this, and you, no. You're like Michael Scott in The Office. No. Just like yelling at me not to do it. And then what happens? Kyle,
I want no part of these bets anymore. We ran so good for like a week and a half, and then there was one day I think we lost like $600 on just
that's not
garbage.
True. We lost. We went 2 for 3. All right, we lost 2 of 3, and we were down $1.50. All right, let's be honest. Here it is. This is the. I'm giving this away here to you. All right, only works with the first at bat. It's a Kyle Schwarber plate appearance trio. When you look on FanDuel for the option of plate appearances, you will see a couple. But the thing about FanDuel is that they lump them together. So other books will have you specifically bet a single, a double, a triple, a home run. FanDuel lumps together extra base hits. There you go. See, look at that. James is on point. He's got you just yelling the entire time. So what you do is you take first plate appearance, Kyle Schwarber, and you bet single, extra base hit, which is a double, triple, or home run, and walk hit by pitch. You put $50 or a half unit, whatever that is for you out there, on each one of them. You hit one, you will profit. You hit one. Now, this is not going to hit every single time. But
how do you lose?
You lose
Strikeout?
by him getting it out, by getting a strikeout or an out.
Like the thing he does a majority of the time, Eytan.
I get it, but here's the thing. First off, we're not losing the majority of the time, at least since we started doing this together. What's happening, Brad, is that the splits don't make sense for Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber, as a lefty, is dominant against lefty pitches. So people come in and they don't play that, and the odds are off. You get lefty on lefty crime, and you'll get like a 12-1 ticket for him hitting a home run or a home. And look at how often he hits leadoff. He's not Ricky Henderson, but this guy's a fucking leadoff hitter. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Just because you say something loud with a lot of passion doesn't make it correct.
It does in this case.
I'm glad you're making money. It sounds so degen. I'm like, oh my goodness.
It is.
I mean, I'm over here betting first half corner. So.
And people are like, oh, you don't really bet your. Do you bet your? We bet everything and more, baby. It is so bad. Oh man, Eytan is leading me to the crack pipe eventually.
But to be fair, this is the loan. Like, this is the true loan. And I use degen, not like, oh, you're betting preseason. Degenerate to me is like, you shouldn't be betting that market. Like, if you're betting something you shouldn't bet, that's a degenerate to me. Not like, oh, you're betting
trio. You put it on the corner of the graphic. Oh, kill me. Oh, I hate it here. Oh, Eytan.
Last time Alec Bohm said that, he turned around and made an all-star team. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Oh, man.
They don't want us to hit these corners in France. They only put 1 minute of stoppage time. This is the lowest stoppage time we've had in any single game this Olympics so far.
That's crazy.
Putting it on at the end of this as we get out of here, because I very much need you to win a corners bet.
Well, it's not winning. Not with 1 minute. We got 10 seconds left.
Got 10 seconds.
What the hell? I was hoping that was a typo.
Oh, and balls on the other end of the field.
Yep.
Oh. Give him a card. Give him a card. Give him a card. Give him a card.
Yep, you got to get a card. This ref has been very pro Egypt. How do you not get a card that's stopping a break?
Literally stopped a break. All right. That's the end of it.
That's it. All right. We're
that
out.
Super cute Great Britain chick is about to run too, so that'll be fun. Hawkinson.
There you go.
Let's
Make some money on that. At Eric Lindquist, at Mr. Brad Thomas, at Shanderbets. We're back on Wednesday. We got some bunch. Who knows? Maybe there's a NFL preseason system that we've overlooked here. Eric has gone dark. He doesn't want any more Kyle Schwarber. By the way, Brad, just so you know,
Camera cut
okay,
out.
just so you know, right? Kyle Schwarber yesterday leads off. I don't know if you saw this game yesterday, the Phillies game. I don't know. Maybe you had action, maybe you didn't. Who cares, right? Like it was just a meaningless Phillies game against Seattle. Schwarber leads off, right, with a home run. And I'm trying to find the text. Like I didn't even text him. All right. And
I said I knew you did it. You did it, didn't you? You devil.
Schwarber, I'm going to read this verbatim. Schwarber hits a home run 4:12 p.m. Right. The last text was from Eric at 3:43 in this conversation. So nothing at all. The game starts. Schwarber on the road hits a home run. Oh God, did you do it? Lead off Schwarber bomb. So he knows it's coming. He is the one, right, enabling me at this point.
It's not true. Lies.
All right, Brad, tell the world where you are. Eric, do the same, then we'll get out of here.
Yeah, you guys find me on X at Mr. Brad Thomas. Just dropped my first preview that I've been talking about. So go ahead and find that on X.
Fantastic.
I'm just happy that I get to trail Brad here, and it gets to be correlated with a couple of my plays with that prize pick slip. A little bit of a lotto for the people, but you can find me at OddsShopper, firing up picks, plays there nonstop. You can find me at Stochastic, talking the fantasy element of things, playing a lot of DFS in the MLB streets. NFL coming so soon, and obviously cover a lot of PGA DFS over there. That's my main way of DJing in the golf streets for sure, but very much on board for some LPGA this week. And I'm hoping the DraftKings puts out some contests for Olympic LPGA. That would be awesome for this week, because I'm more interested to watch that than I am the Wyndham. No offense,
100%.
But that's how I feel about that. So hopefully I'll actually send my rep a note here and see if they can't add that, because I've seen the LPGA market there, but haven't seen anything on DFS yet. So hopefully they add that before Thursday.
Fantastic. I agree. That would be awesome. Truly awesome to see that. All right. So hopefully Wednesday, Eric and I have some pretty cool stuff that we can share with you guys about what we're doing over at OddsShopper. You know, of course, a lot happening at GoldBoys, so you want to make sure you continue to stay up on that. And I'll leave you with some positivity on the way out. There is hope out there. If I can break 90, there is hope. And I did it for the first time in my life on Thursday, and I'm never giving it back. All right. So we'll see you. Have a great week. See you Wednesday. What am I talking about?